I'm Caroline. I am the production director of a company called ThePlayMob, and we make games socially good. So, I'll get on to how we do that in a second. But yes, I'm also talking about the gamification of giving. So, first of all, what makes games social? Just out of curiosity, how many people in this room play games on social networks or on your mobile? Okay, pretty much. I think it's proportional. So some of this will be new, and for the ones that don't know, I'll just give a button pressing right. Part of the things that makes games social will include the story. Social games will allow you to share what you've done, and it will also allow you to invite your friends to come in and play with you as well. My next slide. Most importantly, they will have competitions and rewards as well. So again, Cam touched on many of the points. You want to watch your numbers going up in the games. As long as your numbers are going up, everything is going well. And if your numbers are going up faster than your friends, even better. It gives you all the bragging rights, it gives you the feeling of kudos, the feeling of importance. And, as Cam also said, you get a badge for it. If you're doing well, you get a badge for doing well. Console games make it a trophy. Maybe see them coming into social games. A new feature of social games, as I'm sure some of you will be aware, is giving for real good. Now, by that we mean virtual objects placed in games which, when they're purchased, will have some sort of real-world impact. For example, Farmville put in a sweet potato seed to help raise funds for the Haiti earthquake appeal. Within 5 days, this one sweet potato seed managed to raise $1.5 million for the people in Haiti. We see this as an intriguing trend in social games. We also see it as a growing trend as well. In Pet City, if you buy a bulldog, a percentage of the virtual good cost is donated to a dog fund in America. So what we are doing is we are tapping in and almost unifying this giving through social gaming. It's very fractional at the moment, and it's also very reactive. You have Japan, something goes into a game. You have Haiti, something goes into a game. We want to kind of disrupt that a wee bit, and we want to give it a bit more substance. Hence, the gamification of giving. We are currently developing some technology which will allow any social game to become socially good, insofar as a game developer can nominate objects within their game, and we also have a set of charities signed up to our platform. The developer can choose which charities out of the ones signed up that they wish this virtual object to start fundraising for, whether that's environmental charities like Greenpeace, reforestation, whether that's humanitarian charities like we've seen for Haiti and Japan. Could be children's charities. War Child, for example, puts a virtual object in Call of Duty. Over 48 hours, they managed to raise $250,000 for War Child. This is massively helpful for the charity. The impact that they can have on on-the-ground projects as a consequence of receiving these funds is astronomical. So why should it just be one-off instances? Why not always?
Sometimes if you go back and forth, the person comes back. Use the arrows on the keyboard.
That would be social goods will help giving. Gameplayer buys a premium virtual object, which are already in existing games, or if you're developing a game, it could be a new premium virtual object. Our interface, with some fancy behind the scenes technical stuff, we will allow the game player to see that they have purchased an object that has had some sort of real world impact. We've used stars, they get a star badge. They will be able to see that through purchasing a particular object, they've helped a child in India get clean water. They've helped plant 10 trees in Madagascar. Or they've helped raise 10 pence for Save the Children. But, and here is the gamification of it. Through the leaderboard, they will be able to see that if they played a few more rounds of this game, got a few more of these objects, instead of having only raised 10 pence for Save the Children, you can raise £1. With that £1, you can buy essential medicines for children, you can buy mosquito nets for children. Whatever the cause wants to take that cash, we will allow it to be donated. Why? Why would you want to do this? We all know this. We've all probably played our own game of dodge the chugger as you're walking down the high street. Usually when you're in a rush as well, you get accosted by this person wanting your bank details. Now let's face it, who is going to, in their right mind, give out your credit card details to a random person in the street? You're not going to do it. It's actually a really expensive way for charities to raise money. Some charities, really badly run ones, can spend up to 90% of the money they raise reinvesting and getting it back in the door again. That's not a particularly efficient system, and the people that need that money most aren't getting it. So we want to disrupt that process. Giving through games is easy, insofar as you're not having to change a single piece of your action. In fact, chances are, if you're going to buy a premium object, then you will buy it anyway. If it's an object linked to a particular cause that you're interested in, you might have more incentive to purchase it. But either way, we're not asking you to do anything different at all. Which means that time, which is potentially passive and inactive, and you might even feel a wee bit guilty about, suddenly becomes time well spent. Time well spent insofar as having made no changes to your life's sort of processes with playing games, you're managing to allow children, trees, a whole host of causes have a whole new revenue stream. It's a revenue stream that's in smaller amounts, but more frequent amounts. And we think that that's something that causes around the world require. But more importantly, for the gamification, you get kudos and status because at the end of the month, you can quite happily say to your mates down the pub, by the way, did you know that, see, because I was playing this game, I've managed to dig 2 wells in a village in Nigeria. In fact, I can even show you the pictures of the wells that I've helped to build. And I'm also doing better than this person, this person, this person, and I know this because I can see it in my leaderboard. We're looking to maybe try and engage tribes of game players to challenge themselves in their giving, as it were, insofar as we want Angry Birds to go up against Farm Bills, to go up against, I don't know, Call of Duties. Let's see whether a mobile cohort can be more effective at giving than a social games cohort, be more giving than a console cohort. We plug for our own game. We monster plant trees in the game, you're planting trees in the real world. Due to come out at the beginning of August, you'll be able to see exactly how gamification of giving works. And with that, I'll wrap up and say thank you very much for being a patient audience and happy to take some questions. If anyone has any.
Andrew.
Yeah, I just want to clarify, because maybe I was sort of quite picking up on some of the details that you're saying. Is this a standalone game, or is it a game, it's like a payment mechanic you put into an existing game? Or
Existing games, payment mechanics. The existing game will already have a premium payment mechanics anyway. If they don't, we can certainly help them set that up.
Okay.
But we track the information from payment mechanic through an API, which the developer will insert. It's a RESTful API.
Are you trying to target charities with this, or are you trying to target game studios with this? It wasn't clear to me what's your commercial strategy for delivering this market. It's a cool idea, but I don't know whether I was the only person who missed that, but pick it up.
We are looking to target the game developers. It doesn't cost anything to come onto our platform, but obviously we're asking for a percentage of your premium virtual object to be donated back to the charity. That's the cost. So if it is £1 for your virtual object, if you're giving up 50 pence and it happens to be a popular virtual object that you're selling, then you're giving up 50% of whatever revenue you would earn from that one virtual object.
Well, you're not really, are you? Because you're potentially motivated higher spend.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
Well, I wanted to ask, do you have any data on that? Do you know, I mean, do you have data that says, if I donate 10% of the money to charities, then my number of users grow by whatever 5%, I think?
So we're currently in testing of this at the moment. We are one of 10 companies on the Business Accelerator Programme Springboard, and our product is the platform. So we're currently in testing phase and we're getting some data back just now. However, we do know that one of our collaborators, Mobile Pie, had a World Child poster in their game My Star. It's a mobile game. 100% of their players interacted with this poster. So that in itself is quite telling of people's reaction of a charitable object within a game. But I'll be able to get back to you with more data once we have that data.
Yeah.
Is the approach is quite a number of objects?
Yep.
And how will I teach people?
You will have your own account on our system. We will be able to show you an overview of all the real world good and all the real world giving that you're doing through the gameplay that you've got. Obviously the games that are signed up to our platform will be able to show that analytical data to you. And not only the data from all the games, but we will also extend that giving journey for you and be able to show you what on the ground projects your gameplay has actually contributed towards and the impact that they've had.
Excellent. Thank you.